What's up, YouTube? It is Mr. Charlie Black, and I was just browsing one of my subscriptions, Lester 94111's page, and I was realizing I have so many diverse subscriptions. I like wild, wacky things, and I like informative things. Lester's page is one of the informative ones, and he gave me a link to a video. If you haven't found my video by that video, it is going to be right down there, linking you to it. And basically, it's a clip of The View, which is a show that comes on ABC here in America, for those of you who are abroad and don't know about the show. Anyways, a bunch of women get up there on the panel and they discuss all kinds of hot topics and current events and issues. I usually don't watch it because they don't talk about anything that, well, I won't say that, never mind. But basically, I usually don't watch it. They were talking about Coulter, who I cannot stand. She is a TV personality and a writer. She's been on MSNBC, Fox News, and CNN. She's self-identified conservative, and I don't have a problem with conservative people. That was just, a side note to let you know exactly who she is, where she comes from. A lot of people refer to her as like Rush Limbaugh in a skirt, or they say she's the answer to Michael Moore, whatever. Anyway, she wrote this new book. It was called The Liberal Attacks, and it was basically about the liberal attacks on the right wing and single mothers. One of her theories in her book is that single mothers in Hollywood play on the fact that they're a single mother to advance their careers. And the liberal single mothers try to victimize or try to appear as the victim in order to get sympathy from many groups and point fingers all across the board. It was a slap in the face because she doesn't have children and she's not married. I know she's been engaged. I've done a little bit of research. I know she's been engaged several times, but when people speak out loud, they need to speak to what they know for sure to be true and do a little bit more research. But to say that a single mother is playing on that idea of that in the media, in Hollywood, and in other areas, in politics, etc., I think it's a little foolish. I think that what happens, what the disconnect is that she doesn't recognize how much of a struggle it is to be a single mother. She blamed a lot of the people in jail. She blamed it on their household dynamic. A lot of the people in jail come from homes headed by single mothers, and she tried to attribute that to a reason why they are choosing that criminal path. She said that she felt that being a single mother is selfish, because a child being raised is a two-person job. And I agree in this sense that a child being raised should be a two-person job, as long as those two people are good for that child. Now, she gives sympathy to people who are divorced or widowed. She doesn't talk about anyone else in any other circumstances. I think that that's BS, because you can easily make a child with anyone. You shouldn't, but you can. And for her to go on her little soapbox and try to imply that single mothers are being selfish because they are single mothers, because they should have a father figure out there, means that she's not recognizing the struggle. And you can tell because she's single. She seems very bitter and wrapped up, and that's just my personal attack on her. It is what it is. When you have a child and you're a single woman, you're going to have to think about dating for two. And imagine, as a single man or a single woman, how hard it is out there to find a good person to connect with right now without worrying about all kinds of dangerous baggage. Multiply that times two, and then you have the course that a single mother is supposed to take. She has to worry about whether or not her man is a potential predator, because some people are known predators. But then you have to worry about the people who have not been caught yet or haven't started yet. So predators, child abusers, molesters, if they're going to beat her and set the wrong example for her children. So dating seems to become more and more of an Olympic trial than it is an easy obstacle. So maybe that's why a lot of mothers are single today. She went on to talk about how Barack Obama and people like him, people of biracial backgrounds, tend to cling to their black side and they don't really show enough respect to their white side. She cited Barack Obama and Halle Berry. Now, I can't speak for biracial people. I'm not biracial. What I can say is she's not either. And she needs to shut the hell up when it comes to talking about issues that she does not know enough about. When you have half black, half white people who appear to be black, they're usually 9 out of 10 times going to identify themselves as black. That's how society does it. We've gotten into this mode where there's this one-drop rule mentality. And that's been brought on by slave times, where if you have one drop of black blood in you, and you appear to be, then all of a sudden, there's something different about you. I said in one of my other videos about the gray people, if you haven't seen it, go watch it, that people who are mixed with black and look black, such as Halle Berry, Alicia Keys, Barack Obama, they tend to be grouped all with black people. We have the light skin, dark skin discussion, when it should really be a biracial and black discussion. There are people like Mariah Carey out there, or like Quincy Jones' daughter, can't think of her name at this current point in time. Even some people say the woman on SNL, Minnie Riperton's daughter, the one that imitates Whitney Houston on Saturday Night Live, who is also biracial. Those people, who people often group into the white category, I think that it doesn't happen enough because 9 out of 10 times the child does look black. And that's how people accept them to be. Now, for her to say that he's not giving grade or, saying thank you to his white side, he doesn't have to make the choice. She cited his book title, Dreams from My Father. He only met his father one time. So where does that leave you? He only met his father one time, and he said that his father being absent in his life shaped him more than his father being there. Of course. He gives respect to his mother. He loves his mother. He loves his grandparents. And he says it all the time. So then how can you go back and do that? She made a reference to Halle Berry's speech and how she said she was doing it for black people all across America. Someone has to represent someone. Because I don't see the conversation of light skin, dark skin on the white spectrum in bigger media. I don't even see it on the individual basis. I really don't. So then where are these people left off? What culture do they generally cling to? And what's supposed to happen? I don't think that they should have to choose. I personally don't. I hear people talk about Barack Obama being whitewashed. How the hell can a half white person be whitewashed? Let me know so I can go run and tell everybody else. And Coulter is one of those people who should stop writing, start reading, more than just her foolish rhetoric. No attack on Fox News, but hello, we know where this type of mentality comes from and who endorses it. I think she's one of the most offset people. I mean, I respect her as a person and an individual, but her opinions are foolish. Simply put, foolish. Statistics say a lot of things. Numbers don't lie. But what they don't tell is the true story. There's always a story behind statistics. There are always certain factors that affect the statistic outcomes. So for her to just put them out there and dance around them and try to make them validate her opinion, to me, seems psychotic. But you'll watch the video if you haven't already. Let me know what you think, YouTubers. Mr. Charlie Black will be posting more pretty soon.